Coverage of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, which held a 6th pre-hearing session today. At today's proceeding, the Independent National Electoral Commission and the All Progressives Congress opposed to an application filed by the People's Democratic Party for live transmission of the proceedings. INEC says the court is a public place accessible to everyone that satisfies all constitutional requirements to be there. The APC also urged the court to dismiss the application, stressing that in jurisdictions where live streaming is done, certain elements of the proceedings are not captured. He says no court can make or grant the order sought by the petitioners, as the court is not a stadium or a film house. The court adjourned till tomorrow for further pre-hearing, and parties are expected to inform the court of the number of witnesses they intend to call. Now let's get more from TVC News Judiciary Correspondent Celestina Iria on today's proceedings. Celestina, I mean, we understand that there were a lot of conversation in that courtroom. What more can you tell us? And we also know that security seems to be tighter today. Talk to us about that as well.
Well, Precious, let's start from the security at the Court of Appeal, which serves as the Presidential Election Petitions Court. The security here has been beefed up as against what we saw yesterday and the issue that happened yesterday, the altercation between two factions of the Labour Party. So security here is tight. The road leading to the court, security has been beefed up. Security in the cross premises is also very tight, and also security personnel are in the court, though on camouflage, to ensure that no person is recording the proceedings as my Lord Justices are sitting. And now to the issue of today, the tribunal had continued pre-hearing session on two petitions filed by the PDP and the APM. The PDP was taken. The PDP counsel was able to move his application seeking for live coverage of the day-to-day proceedings. But before he was able to move the application, he had told the tribunal that parties have met as to the order given by the court at the last adjourned that parties should narrow down their issues for determination, and also documents that they would be objecting to or documents they would not be objecting to. So he said that meeting was fruitful. All parties, that is the petitioner and the respondent, they've agreed that all documents emanating from INEC, which is duly certified, they would not be opposing to its eligibility. But however, documents that they will oppose to their eligibility, they would do so after the objections when they are adopting their final written address. So progress was made today concerning the petition filed by the PDP. And also, the INEC has said that they have two applications they have filed. This is challenging or asking the court to strike out certain paragraphs of the PDP's petition and asking the court to also strike out the PDP reply to their application. The APC also said they have filed two applications, one challenging the competence of PDP's petition and the jurisdiction of the court, and also asking the court to strike out certain paragraphs, certain reply to their application. So this was what has happened so far at the tribunal today. The tribunal has also begun further pre-hearing in the petition filed by the APM, but has gone on recess. But what also happened on the petition filed by the APM was also same that happened on that filed by the PDP. Parties have agreed that all documents emanating from the Independent National Electoral Commission, they would not be opposing to its eligibility and admissibility.
So a lot of Nigerians are wondering, how long, because it's still just pre-hearing, and I'm sure people are wondering how long the pre-hearing is going to go for, and when we're going to see deliberation and on substantive matters in this particular petition.
Okay, Precious, the chairman of the panel told the court today that the pre-hearing session is supposed to elapse on Monday. So going by the way of the proceedings today, there's a possibility that the court will sit on Saturday. Otherwise, because of the time that was taken today as to PDP moving their motion seeking for live coverage, they were giving time to adumbrate. Also with the respondents, well, counsel to the PDP, Chris Uche, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, has said that it will give national significance and importance to the tribunal proceedings if these proceedings are televised live, since all Nigerians do not have the opportunity to be in Abuja or be in the court premises. They can be in the comfort of their homes and watch the proceedings. He also made reference to the incident that happened yesterday, which is altercation between factional members of the Labour Party, that if they had the opportunity to watch the proceedings live, they would not have even come to the courts in the first place. But in opposing that submission, counsel to INEC and also counsel to the APC and the president-elect said that there is no basis for that, that this is a jurisdictional policy issue, that the constitution of the panel do not have the powers to grant the prayers or the orders that the PDP are asking for. Because if that should be done, it has to be a policy issue which should be done by the president of the Court of Appeal. So counsel to the APC also made reference to other jurisdiction, which is the UK, that allows for live proceedings. He said the UK has just passed practice directives for live proceedings, for criminal proceedings when sentencing is being carried out and not when trial is ongoing. Even as some other countries allow for live transmission of their proceedings, it is done with the direction and guidelines of the court. He prayed the court not to grant an order which the court cannot enforce and control, because if the court grants that order, we have other tribunals that are sitting. Some have been moved to Abuja due to security issues or one issue or the other. Other tribunals will also be asking for the same order. But he said this is a jurisdictional policy that the court cannot grant, and the court should discountenance the motion filed by the PDP. So far so good. Hopefully by Monday, the court will conclude its pre-hearing session and we would know exactly when proper hearing will commence.
Nigerians want to know. Celestina, that's a very key information, because Nigerians are just wondering, look, if this is just pre-hearing, how long will the actual hearing take? Thank you so much for that update. I'm sure we'll get more updates from you as proceedings resume in you said in a few minutes or a few hours. Thank you so much for that update. Correspondent there, Celestina Iria, live for us at the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal.